Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm back with another mock showcase. So we got 3 today. This is part of a series I think I'm going to be doing with the clone troopers, specifically small vignettes depicting the clones in the different eras. So I got 3 today for you. Kashyyyk Command Station, we've got Kamino, and then Geonosis. All very small builds. We'll look at them one by one, and then yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts down below. So let's get right into it. All right, so we'll first take a look at the Kashyyyk command post. This is just supposed to be a little station from either Battlefront 2 or Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, with the Battle of Kashyyyk. And this, one of the things I wanted to do for this mock was really just work on a circular base, and then kind of give it the architecture that was going on for those little huts that they have. So there's some leaf foliage on the top with those green, dark green, and some olive green up there for the roof foliage. And then up here is kind of like the communications tower, so different part usage for that. I think it looks pretty nice. And then in order to get kind of the circular top, I used the this is like a barrel piece, and I used it upside down. I've seen a lot of different renditions of this in lots of creative techniques, but yeah, I mean, the main thing with these small builds is just to display a minifig and have it look nice. I will say, out of the 3, this is definitely the most fragile. It's not, I mean, you're not really going to be playing with this, I guess, but it's definitely something that you're just going to put on a shelf and enjoy, because when you start to pick this thing up, it tends to fall apart. So one thing I'll kind of show here, the pieces at the bottom, these are very weak connections for the most part. It's just one stud on the base right there, and then there's one stud on this plate. So there's, not a whole lot going on. And then for the base, you might be able to tell, but you can kind of see in the middle, there's this like circular pattern, and it's these headlight bricks, 4 headlight bricks that are connected in a circle, and then you just build out from that. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I've never used that technique anywhere else, so it was kind of a neat opportunity to try it. But yeah, it's not the most structurally sound thing in the world. There are some, I put some like lights under the bottom, but yeah, so there's the Kashyyyk outpost. All right, so the next one we'll look at is probably my favorite of the 3. This is the Kamino doorway or hallway. So I wanted a nice display for the Kaminoan minifigure that we got a couple years ago, and some of the Phase 1 clone troopers that I had. So this was mostly inspired by another builder who I will leave a link in the description for, you can see, but I believe it's Jazz Toys or something like that on Instagram. But so the one thing with Kamino is it's very clean, it's very white, and there's a lot of curves, which does not translate very well into Lego. So one of the things I tried to do with this is really just get the color scheme down, so you can see going into Battlefront 2 or just an Attack of Clones, you'll see this a lot. So I'll take these guys off for a second. You can see where they stand, and excuse the dust there, but you can kind of see there's the control panels, and then for the door we got some curved pieces, and for the doorway got the different angles and colors, gray and the black there. And again, very small little build, but it's great to have on your desk. I have it next to my monitor here, so when I'm working I see it, which is pretty nice. The one thing I will say is you probably don't want to pay too much attention to the back. Obviously, some interesting techniques going on here to get those angles, and this might some people are going to have mixed opinions on this, but basically this gray angled piece here, in order to get it to sit flush on the bottom so that when you look at the door on the other side, there aren't any gaps. It does have slight separation from the top, and obviously that's definitely not a legal technique, but that's the beauty of building MOCs, is you can just kind of do whatever you want. So yeah, that's the second one, the Camino Outpost, and now we'll move on to the third and final. So the third and final one we have here is of Geonosis, again, Battlefront 2 or Attack of the Clones. Most of these are just small miniature builds that you can put on your desk. And this one I tried to use some different styles, so I used the black border and then kind of had a bit of an overlap on the top with the corners, you can see, with the dark orange, and try to give, you know, some terrain. We got one of the spires up here, and I like this one, but I think of the three, it's probably my least favorite, just because I think the others are a little more interesting to look at. But I think most Star Wars fans will look at this and know exactly what it is, just because of the color palette. So nothing too crazy going on here. We just got a Super Battle Droid, watch those wrist rockets, and then Phase 1 Clone Trooper. This spire just sits on a stud here, and then it has some snap bricks on the inside to make it, you know, have those plates and such all the way up. So yeah, there's not much else to say about this one. It's, again, pretty small, but I think it's a nice little vignette of the scenery. And again, that black border goes all the way around. So there's the back and the bottom there. You can see it's kind of hollow, but so yeah, that's the third and final of the three. All right, so here's all three of them in frame. Yeah, I mean, of the three, definitely my favorite is Camino. I think they look great together. Obviously, just showcasing the different eras of the Clone Wars. I do plan to continue this series. Probably for my next couple, I was thinking Umbara, maybe Utapau, and I'll have to decide on a third one, but definitely some Clone Wars related MOCs in there for sure. Felucia might be on the list just because we know that we are getting some 3 27th Star Corps troopers this year, and that would be perfect with those figures. So I plan to do probably 3 of these per video, just because, again, they are relatively small. It's nice to group them together. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these down below. I do have an Instagram where I posted these earlier if you wanted to see them there. And again, I'll leave that in the description, so you can check that out. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.